So change is not merely an environmental issue, it's also a social and economic challenge that affects diverse sectors. That's at least one of the dominating issues that have dominated a symposium in Pretoria. In the last 3 days, government officials, multilateral institutions and other key role players have been meeting to discuss ways to tackle this phenomenon. Watching these developments is our reporter Khayelihle Khumalo, who joins us now live. And Khayelihle, perhaps you can take us through some of the salient points that have come out of these many discussions over the past 2 days or so.
Well, certainly, and it's been a very invigorating 3 days here in Pretoria. It started on Monday with a very sharp reminder from President Cyril Ramaphosa, who really spoke about the adverse effects of climate change. They're talking about those developments in Cape Town, where we've seen terrible storms with devastating impacts, even affecting one of the main ports in South Africa, affecting the shipping, the vessels, especially the agricultural sector. Talking about also the importance of decarbonizing South Africa's economy, talking about some of the benefits that are drawn from the green energy. But of course, and all of this happens as South Africa is on the cusp of a just energy transition. One of the key countries that is helping South Africa is the United Kingdom. Joining us now is the High Commissioner from the UK, Mr. Philipson. So once again, sir, thank you so much for your time. So on Monday, we saw a very unwavering commitment from South Africa that we should see these commitments being honored. You're about to speak right now. Tell us about the significance of this project, especially when we talk about the very terrible ramifications of climate change.
Well, thank you. As ever, it's a pleasure to speak to you. I just think, as you say, we are all dealing as a planet with the impact of climate change and the awful sort of climate events, whether it's flooding in the Cape or indeed wildfires in KwaZulu-Natal. You know, we are all living with this. But at the same time, as the President has said many times, and as we have committed to as well, we have to address climate at the same time as addressing energy security and at the same time as addressing job creation. I think all those three run through the core of the just energy transition. And we as the UK, along with our partners France, Germany, the EU, US, Denmark and the Netherlands, as part of the Just Energy Transition Partnership, are absolutely 100% committed to working with South Africa to deliver this together here in South Africa and to work on these issues together around the world.
And High Commissioner, how do you reassure those who are still doubtful about this? I mean, for example, look at the province like Mpumalanga, where these coal-fired stations are located, but also where the carbon emissions are really having a daily impact on the lives of the people. What can you say about the benefits in terms of really just when you talk about green hydrogen, when you talk about the green jobs and many other associated benefits?
So I think your first point is the important one. We have to deal with this. You know, it is not sustainable for us to live in a fossil fuel world. That is not unique to South Africa. It is not unique to the United Kingdom. There is an opportunity to move to a decarbonised economy, to a green economy that will create jobs, will also create better conditions for people on the public health side, as you say. But the key thing is that we have to do it together. It has to be a transition, and above all, it has to be just. So we have to make sure that no one is left behind. We have to do the right community engagement to explain why these things are necessary and why there is a brighter, better future ahead, whether in Mpumalanga or in Limpopo or indeed all of the provinces of South Africa. Which is why I think one of the other key things about the Just Energy Transition Partnership is it is focused across the whole of the country, whether it's working in coal communities in Mpumalanga or just one little example for the UK, we're investing in Africa's biggest battery energy storage facility in the Northern Cape. We're also working in all the other provinces across the key planks of this really vital partnership.
All right. High Commissioner, before we let you go, just to seize the opportunity, yesterday was so very important milestone, 30 years of democracy in South Africa, right at Westminster Abbey, where we saw Minister of International Relations, Ronald Lamola, also meeting with the counterparts in the UK, really showing their formidable ties between London and Pretoria.
I think that's absolutely right. You know, it is only 10 days into our new government in the United Kingdom. It's only just over 2 weeks since the appointment of the new ministerial team and the Government of National Unity here. But already we've had not only the meeting you mentioned yesterday between our foreign ministers, which I thought was hugely important and significant, but also last Sunday on the 7th of July, I think it was, the Prime Minister and the President speaking by phone, reaffirming the importance of the relationship. And I think the fact that both of those meetings happened so early is testament to the significance of it.
All right, High Commissioner, we're going to release it because we know that shortly you're going to speak. So I under that, the UK High Commissioner here in South Africa, Africa, Mr. Phillipson, really talk about the importance of the just energy transition partnership where South Africa is working with the likes of UK, Germany, France, Netherlands, Denmark, and many other countries as well, as we know that climate change is the challenge that is confronting us right now, and it requires undivided attention.
Without a doubt, no overstating just how crucial some of those discussions are. Khayelihle Khumalo, live to us there from the capital. Thanks very much indeed.